What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of HomeCraft Cocktails. Cocktails you can make from the comfort of your home. My name is Briss, and today we'll be going over the Manhattan. Popular history suggests that the Manhattan was created back in November of 1874 at the Manhattan Club at a banquet held by Lady Randolph Churchill, who was the mother of Winston Churchill, who was the British Prime Minister of the United Kingdom back in World War II. And this banquet was held in honor of the presidential candidate Samuel J. Tilden. Now, that popular story in recent years has actually been debunked, as Lady Randolph Churchill was not even in America at the time. She was in Europe and was actually very much so pregnant with Winston Churchill.
So that was a fucking lie.
So this story just cannot be true whatsoever. Now, since that story has been debunked, there have been a few other origin stories that have popped up. One of which being a writer by the name of William F. Mulhall, who said that the drink was actually created by a bartender by the name of Black, who lived 10 doors down from the corner of Broadway and Houston Street in New York City. Regardless of who made the drink or where, all we know, and we're for sure, is that the Manhattan was created sometime in the late 1800s. And it is still well and alive to this day. And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. Now, with that brief history lesson out of the way, let's get down to actually making the drink. Now, first things first, you want to start off by chilling your coupe glass by just putting ice in it. And then filling that coupe glass with water. And we'll set that there for now. Next, you'll want to do 2 ounces of rye whiskey. You can also use bourbon in your Manhattan. However, if you want to go for the pure traditional, put a little too much there.
2 shots of vodka.
The pure traditional Manhattan, rye is the best whiskey to use in that sense. Next, you'll want to do an ounce of sweet vermouth. So you can, make Manhattans a plethora of different ways, but the standard recipe calls for 2 parts whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth. Next, you'll want to do 3 ounces of Angostura bitters. And then you'll want to put ice in your mixing glass. Next, you want to give your mixing glass a good stir, about 25 seconds. After that, you'll then just get rid of the ice and the water that you had in your coupe glass. Then you'll just want to strain, using a julep strainer, your mixing glass into the coupe glass. And as a garnish, typically, you can do a Luxardo cherry, which is like a deep red, almost purple, really, cherry. I'm sure you've probably seen it, either in pictures or, at a restaurant or a bar, that, you can put on a skewer or a pick, rather. I do not have one of those type of cherries. I only have like the bright red ones. So instead, I'll be using the other alternative for a garnish, which is an orange peel. The only thing is, though, I will be frank with you, this is quite an old orange. It's not necessarily bad yet, but when you're peeling an orange, you really want a fresh orange because it peels much nicer. The older it gets, the more malleable it gets, so it really starts to not peel the way you want it to. So let me try here. Yeah, it's pretty bad, as you can see. Let me try using a knife to get a better peel off of this. All right, so we'll just try and cut. Let's try and cut a piece of skin off here. And so I got a nice little chunk here. Then you'll kind of just want to cut that excess pith off, and the pith is just the the white part of your peel. You do want some pith, but not too much pith, and I'm I have a lot here. I actually have some of the interior of the orange as well, so I'm trying to shave that. Don't have the best tools here, folks. I'm sorry. Don't have the sharpest knife nor the freshest orange, so it's quite a process here. So after serrating this orange down to its bits and pieces, I think I have an all right peel to use. So just express the oils, or what's left of the oils. Like I said, this is a pretty old orange. Over the drink, run around the rim, and just drop it in there. And there you have a Manhattan. And now that we have our drink, let's give it a taste. Man, so the Manhattan, it is a strong drink for sure. If you are someone who is new to drinking, I would not recommend the drink. But if you are someone that is used to the world of cocktails, the Manhattan is one of the most well-respected and most renowned drinks out there. Honestly, it and the old-fashioned probably date back the furthest in terms of just like the granddaddy of all cocktails. The Rye Whiskey, Rye Whiskey is usually like a spicier kind of whiskey, which is why it's preferred in the Manhattan compared to the bourbon, which is usually sweeter in taste. Yeah, you have the spiciness in the rye, the citrus in the orange peel, which is why I like using the orange peel myself. And the fact that Luxardo maraschino cherries are like $20 for a jar.
You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
So if you do want to, splurge and buy that, you can. If you really want that, true, just pure aesthetic for the Manhattan. If not, though, definitely you can just use an orange peel for sure. The sweet vermouth, it also adds like a sweet flavor profile in there, so you have a nice balance with the spicy strength of the rye whiskey. This is just really a well-balanced cocktail. Really, you can't go wrong with the Manhattan. Like I said, just be forewarned if you are a newer drinker. It might not be your cup of tea at first, but the more you get used to drinks and you build up that palate for various cocktails, you'll start to appreciate what the Manhattan can give you. So thank you guys for watching this week's video. I'll catch you next week for the next round. Peace.